all healed, and it's time to kind of explore around a little bit more, getting the items that I deliberately walked over before. Well, except for the scholar on the left. We will press the button here. Sounds like something just happened below. Indeed it did, but we'll get to that. Alright, this guy I deliberately did not talk to before because I needed to remind myself which way I wanted to go. And it turns out I want to agree with him more often than not. How often you agree with him as opposed to the sales clerk influences what item you're going to get. Both of them are good. You don't need to do it either way, but it's going to be easier for me if I do it this way. We're having a debate right now, and I want to be your canary. Why do you think Cornelia had to die? That was the only way she could be united with Marcus in death. Oh, I wonder what play you guys are talking about here. No, it was to prove that she loved Marcus just as much as she loved her father. Those are both stupid reasons. I think the reason is because she's 12. She died to prove that she loved them both. I'm going to be agreeing with him pretty much every time here. I told you. We're having a debate right now. Why do you think people spend so much time studying Gaia's moons? Because it's in our nature to pursue the truth. They want to know more about the moons, that's all. No, it's all about aesthetics. People are simply drawn by the beauty of the moons. That's why they're studying them. What? Oh god, I hate agreeing with this guy. He's got terrible reasons. He might be right, but it's terrible the way that he phrases it nonetheless. I told you. Alright, about the importance of having nations. I'm telling you, we don't need nations in this world. They're just a politician's tool. No, nobody can live on his own. As social beings, we need to be organized under a single nation. We need nations, though your reason sucks. So, even in the game, they're going, yeah, no. But that's what I'm going to go with. I told you. We seem to agree on a lot of stuff. Here, you can have this as a token of our acquaintance. And I do receive the flare card for my work. If you disagree with him more often than you agree with him, you'll get the meteor card instead. To be honest, they're both good cards. I probably won't be using them too much, except when I'm trying to get more cards. But the meteor card is easier to get. I can actually get it now, if I so wished. So I got the flare card here because outside of this, the earliest you can get the flare card is in disc 4. Alright, we'll head over here. Geez, there are all kinds of books here. Bell Echoes, Beyond the Mist, Mist Engine Illustrated, The Eidolon and I, Gaia, Book of Magic. One of those sounds familiar, and it's also the name of a very famous play, isn't it? You guys love your plays. I can't find the Eidolon and I. I've looked everywhere. Oh, it's over there. Saw that book over there. Oh, really? Thank you. And off he goes, so that we can head back here to a question mark. This ladder feels kinda damp. We're gonna go down the ladder. Somehow, going down the damp ladder is a good idea. But we'll head down here, where we can make it to the balcony. I love books, especially the old ones. I appreciate everything about them. The authors, the publishers, the readers. The readers? Like, do they make notes in the margin or something? I've never done that. I'm doing research on a legendary man. He had the power to restart people's lives. Hey, that's the Naming Way card. Indeed it is. Let me see it. I won't take it or anything. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yes. I'm stoked with imagination. I'm inspired to create. I have just mastered the Naming Way technique. Now let me rename one of you. Yeah, no, it's fine. I like the character names that I have, actually. So I'm going to stick with them and somehow get past you. Took a little bit, but I was able to do it. And then on these stairs here, in a lot of places on the stairs, you can find an elixir. It's still just the one elixir, but there's lots of places where you can pick it up. How you doing? Geez, so many books. What should I read first? Do them chronologically. Start with the Epic of Gilgamesh, which hasn't been written yet. And another elixir over here. So, those are those two done. All right, now we can go back up to the 3rd floor, even though they say the 2nd floor. All right. That is all that I need to do up here. Now, before you leave, definitely before the end of this disc, you're going to want to take care of this. If you don't do this, you can miss out on some stuff permanently. So, definitely take the time to check it out. Is it? Yeah, it's here. Here, let's see. Dragon God's blessing to the stone. So, I'm supposed to put a stone here? Stone. Maybe some ore might work. All right, what you're going to want to do is 4 ore. Wait, is it multiples of 4 or is it just 4? I've always just done 4 because I don't care too much about it. Yeah, it's a multiples of 4 will work. But you do want a multiple of 4. So we'll go with, what do we go with? We'll go with 24. That's a good round number. They transformed, and we get 6 aquamarines out of it. So that is how you can get aquamarines, since the guy in the synth shop will not take care of that. I can take a look at what I do have, though, and now I'm up to 7, because I only had the 1 from earlier. And I was right. Dragon God, Leviathan. That's what it looks like up there. We'll take a look at them later. Oh, I should mention, before I do go away, I did equip Mistral with the Hamelin. The Hamelin, it does give her Kiraga, Might, and Jewel. Jewel is definitely something that looks important right about now. Didn't look important a little bit before, but now it does. So Kiraga, right there. Good thing to have. Might, right there. Raises physical attack power. That is useful. But Jewel is actually probably going to be the most useful for me. Extracts ore from a target. Yeah, that's how you get ore. Well, a way you can get ore. Probably going to be the main way I do it. So I'll be using that to quite an extent. Alright, so this one. I have to remember how to do this properly. Hold on. It's actually a lot simpler than I thought. A lot simpler than I remember doing before. Alright, we just want to lower the left one twice. Whichever one you pick, it'll lower that column. So we want to lower the left one twice. And then we can look at this hole. What is this hole? Hey, maybe I can fit this in that hole. Let's see if this'll fit. Perfect. I'm trying to be good. Oh, but it was so obvious. All right, then we lower the right side twice. And then we can go onto the right column, and it automatically turns into an elevator. Technically a hydro lift, but still. Not entirely sure how we got it to work without pulling the levers, but we got it to work. As a result, all right, the lift works now. Thanks a lot, man. And we get access to his shop, and he's got a damn important shop. You definitely want to come here and get yourself the rune blade and the obelisk. These are not necessarily one-time only items, but this is the only time that you can buy them, and they do have unique abilities on them, and you can lose out on those abilities permanently if you don't buy those. So I would recommend it. I would recommend it highly. All right, let's see if there is anything else that I do want. Chances are good there is. No, we're fine. Defense gloves. Just one. We can pass it around. One more golden hairpin. A couple of coronets here. We'll get 3 just in case. Diamond helm, once again, just pass it around as necessary. One more demon's vest. Demon's medal, I got plenty. Diamond armor. Sounds like I'm going to want 2 of those. And I'm starting to run low on money a bit here. Starting to run a little bit low. But with that done, that is really all that we can do in Daguerreo. At least for the time being. We could talk to the guy on the hydrolift, but he pretty much just says, I'm researching, leave me alone. And he's not particularly interesting at all. So we will just go ahead and leave for the time being. and we may be back at some later point. But that is pretty much the big side quest for this part of the game. That and the chocographs, which we did finish. We got all those done. So I will meet you probably with a slightly different and upgraded party at Ipsen's castle. Outside Ipsen's castle, in case you have forgotten, even though they show it to you on the map, here it is. Far northwestern corner of the Forgotten Continent. We passed by here on the Chocobo and said to ignore it. Well, now we're not going to ignore it anymore. I have rearranged the party, brought in some better people, I would say, and I have equipped them properly. What do I mean by better and equipped properly? Well, that's the thing. Ronaldo is equipped with the dagger. We just got him something, the Sargatanis, but we're going to take that off for the time being. Trust me, it'll make sense eventually. Mistral is still learning from the Hamelin, so Mistral will be using that. I haven't learned anything on it yet. Kermit is equipped with the fork, because that's Kermit's worst weapon. And then we do have Arnold equipped with the Rune Blade that I just purchased. It does have a lower attack power than the Ragnarok, which he also has available to him. But since he is going to be learning from this, I figured we should still leave it on. Anytime that the people are still learning something, it's probably better to keep them with that instead of giving them their worst weapon. And there is a reason to give them their worst weapon that has rune inscriptions. Added status darkness. Let's actually take a look at the IA strike. Sure. That you do learn from this. Knocks out the target. That's something. I don't remember using it too often, to be honest with you.